Hi, I'm Paul Pasolka, Ivy Masters Learning Center at ivymasters.com. And today we're going to look at Test 7, Section 1, number 36 and 37. 36 reads, in passage 2, Mill most strongly suggests that gender roles are resistant to change because they what? So this is paired with 37. I've already marked out the line references. Why are gender roles resistant to change? What I'm actually going to do is, if you follow my cursor, I'm just going to read through this first paragraph, and I'm going to highlight something that is not highlighted, and that's going to be a reason for elimination of some of these line references. And remember, depending, you might do 36 before 37, 37 before 36. We're going to look at 37 before 36. As society was constituted until the last few generations, inequality was its very basis. Association grounded on equal rights scarcely existed. To be equals was to be enemies. Two persons could hardly cooperate in anything or meet any amicable relation without the law appointing that one of them should be the superior of the other. Mankind have outgrown this state, and all things now substitute as general principle of human relations a just equality instead of dominion of the strongest. But of all relations, that between men and women, being the nearest and most intimate, and connected with the greatest number of strong emotions, was sure to throw off the old rule and receive the new. For in proportion to the strength of feeling is the tenacity with which it clings to the forms and circumstances with which it has even accidentally become associated. So, one thing I want you to notice, what I highlighted here, that between men and women. In the beginning of this paragraph, from here to here, it's not talking about men and women specifically. It mentions two people. That could be boss and servant. It could be anything, any relation, siblings. But men and women are not mentioned until lines 53 to 54. And then we get what it's talking about in relations. And even if we look at the next paragraph, the proper sphere of all human beings is the largest and highest quality, are able to obtain what this is cannot be ascertained without complete liberty of choice. Let every occupation be open to all without favor or discouragement to any. Employments will fall into the hands of those men or women who are found to be experienced, most capable, and worthy of exercising them. So you just want to pay attention to who the passage is talking about. This paragraph here starts with all human beings, and then it does talk about men and women, but we've got to see what capacity it's talking about men and women. And so, once again, the question, gender roles, why are they resistant to change? Well, as we said, answer choice A and B are not talking about gender roles particularly. And answer choice D is talking about gender roles, but it's not talking about why gender roles are resistant to change. It's talking about how life should be. It should be based on meritocracy, the best man or woman for the job, not why gender roles are resistant to change. So it must be answer choice C. So we're going to mark out answer choice C for this one. And now we need to see what best matches. And we're also going to look at why one of the wrong answer pairs are so attractive but still wrong. So, in number 36, answer choice A, have long served as the basis for the formal organization of society. That is a wrong answer, but it is often matched wrongly with answer choice A. Let's see why. It says here, as society constituted until the last few generations, inequality was its very basis. So it sounds like society for all time until the last few generations, it was all about inequality. So it sounds like it's been the basis for the organization of society for a long time. But it's not saying that that's specifically why gender roles are resistant to change. And also, remember, in that answer choice A, it's not talking about gender roles specifically in line 43 to 44 yet. It doesn't get down to that until we get answer choice C. So AA, wrong answer pair. Answer choice B are matters deeply entrenched in tradition. this actually winds up being the correct answer. Let's go back to the passage, look at it more closely, and we'll see why. So it starts talking about men and women here. Being the nearest and most intimate, connected with the greatest number of strong emotions, was sure to throw off the last rule and receive the new. To be honest with you, if I were predicting the answer here, I would say it's because men and women are so closely bound and there's so much strong emotion between them. But as we go on, answer choice C, and notice that's not a line reference for number 37 anyway. So in proportion with the strength of feeling, actually you get it there again, is its tenacity with which it clings to the forms and circumstances with which it has even accidentally become associated with. So what could be meant by forms and circumstances? Well, based on process of elimination, we know it's answer choice C based on the lines. Forms and circumstances could only be talking about tradition. If you think of tradition, it's a certain way things are done. It's a form of sorts, circumstances of sorts that have been repeated through the generations. That winds up being our correct answer. Answer choice C can be influenced by legislative reforms only indirectly. Legislative reforms, that's talking about laws changing. Passage is not talking about laws changing at all. And answer choice D benefits the group and institutions currently in power. Remember, an answer choice could be true but wrong. Answer choice D, the groups, men are running the groups and institutions. They are in power. Is it benefiting them that gender roles are resistant to change, that women do not take those roles at that time? Absolutely. But that's not what the passage is saying. So we cannot choose that answer. Answer choice D is wrong. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You can share it with someone who has trouble with these paired passage questions, not paired passage, but paired questions. If there's any question you'd like to see answered from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT, leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. And click subscribe so you don't miss anything. And have a great new year. Talk to you soon.